Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Izukanji Kashiwa here. But since we're all friends, you can call me Izu. If you're new here, I talk movies, series, gaming, music, basically everything entertainment. And on days like today, I like to throw back a little positivity back into the world, and if that can help even just one person have a better day, put a smile on their face, or have a different approach to the week, then my job here is basically done. Alright, let's get into it. Today I'd like to talk to you guys about passion versus effort. Now don't get me wrong, effort is an important ingredient in any form of success. For you to succeed, you have to apply yourself. You have to learn, you have to put in the work, you have to put in the hours. I preach this every single day, every single time I talk about this. I preach applying yourself, I preach learning, I preach mastering your craft. So then if I'm this avid preacher of effort, why am I saying passion versus effort? Simple. If you are passionate about something, there's a certain drive that you have for that thing that can't be deterred by anything. If you're doing something just purely by effort, at some point, especially if it's business, at some point you will get so frustrated that you will not want to do it. Or even when you do continue to do it, you'll be driven by frustration. You'll be getting out of bed to go to the office frustrated. And if you're not passionate about your project or your business, it will be very difficult for you to achieve anything based purely on effort. Effort is a huge factor, but without passion, it means very little. Now let me talk about the reverse. If you have passion for your project or for your business, any business will face a few storms. Any business will have to endure a few storms. Things will happen. For as long as you're in business, Murphy's Law will apply to you. Whatever thing that can go wrong will go wrong. So as long as you're in business, have Murphy's Law in the back of your head and have solutions to it. So when things start going wrong, it's not effort that makes you stay. It's passion. It's the love you have for this business. It's the love you have for this project. That's the thing that makes you stay. In those battlefields, in that gutter, in that mud, in that rain, in that hurricane, it's the passion that makes you stay. It's not effort. Anything you do that will be of value has to have passion behind it. You have to be passionate about your job. If you're an accountant, you have to be passionate about your numbers. You have to love what you do to the core. It has to be the thing that gets you out of bed. Not an alarm clock. It has to be your passion, your love for what you do that gets you out of bed. Getting into the business will require effort. It will require sacrifice. It will require a whole lot of things. It's a whole pot of ingredients that make you leap into a certain business or a certain job or a certain project. That's what makes you get into it. But what makes you stay? What makes you stay when you shouldn't? What makes you stay in those hard times? Basically when your books aren't balancing. What makes you stick it out? Passion. The love you have for what you're doing. It doesn't matter what it is. It does not. If you're selling a product or a service to a client, your passion reflects in that product or service. If you aren't passionate about the product, trust me, you will not be able to convince somebody else to buy that product or service from you. These things translate into what you are doing. The love you have for your product, the love you have for your business, the passion that you have for your business, if that's the driving force behind you, it will reflect in your work, it will reflect in your performance, it will reflect in the way you sell your product. Why do you think people buy Apple products? Of course, the product may be great and it might have all the attributes that you want in a phone or a laptop. But why are you buying it? Because you can have an Apple product with the same specifications as a Lenovo product, but people are drawn to a specific thing. Why? That's the thing you should think about. That's the thing that you should ask yourself. Why am I drawn to this product? it's the brand. You are not drawn to the product, you're drawn to the thing behind the product. You're drawn to the brand. The brand is basically the passion behind the product or a service. The thing, the intangible thing that you can't add, you can't put a number to. That is the brand. You buy Apple because of the brand. And the brand comes from a love that Steve Jobs had for perfection. The love that Steve Jobs had for making a perfect product. And that's what creates a brand. Passion. And that's what will differentiate you from your competition. Passion. So before you do anything else, make sure what you're doing is something that you love. Make sure it's something that you love from the core. Don't do anything because it's the most profitable. Don't do anything because it's the easiest route. Don't do anything because it seems to be what everybody's doing to make money. It will seem easier, but in the times when it gets difficult, in the times when it gets hard, in the time when it tests you, and it will, I guarantee you, if you do not love what you're doing, you will quit. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter how tough you are. If you do not love what you're doing, when it gets tough, and I don't mean kindergarten tough, when it gets tough for real, you will quit. So before you figure out what you want to do business-wise, or what you want to do in terms of career, my personal advice would be do something that you love. Do something that you have passion for. Do something that matters to you. And your objective when you're doing this should never be how much money can I make. Your objective is, I love this. I love making this product. I love providing this service. It gives me joy to provide this service. In fact, the question that you should ask yourself is, for whatever business you do or whatever venture you do or whatever job you apply for, you should ask yourself this. This is what I ask myself all the time. Would I still do this if I was not paid to do it? Would you still do what you're doing right now if nobody paid you to do it? I'll definitely do what I'm doing right now if nobody paid me, if nobody even bothered, if it didn't move your dial left or right, I would still do it. Because I love it. Because the sheer joy I get from doing it is enough reward for me. The financial reward is good, but the satisfaction I get from doing it, there's no figure, there's no dollar value you can add to that. I just love it. If I never got a single dime out of my business, I'd still do it. Simply because I love it. It gives me joy to do it. So I implore you, if nothing at all from this video, get this one thing. Before you do anything, ask yourself, would you do it for $0? Would you do it for nothing at all? If your answer is yes to that, then you should definitely do it. Because if you're doing something that you do for free, just doing it will be rewarding to you. When you get out of bed every morning, you won't be frustrated to go to the office. You won't be frustrated to go and do this job. In fact, it won't even feel like a job to you because you'll be doing something that you love. And that's what separates someone with a career and someone that has a job. If you have a job, you're going to do something that someone asks you to do for a paycheck. If you have a career, you're going to do something that you love, and people are going to reward you financially for that. So figure out how to gain financial value by doing the things that you love. I think it's the best way to live. If you can figure out how to make money from the things that you love doing, you will be happy. You won't struggle to get out of bed. You won't need an alarm clock to tell you you need to go to the office. You won't need a timeline to tell you you need to finish this job. You will want to do it. And if you're doing something that you want to do, you will perform at an optimum level. You will give it your all. And the results will be tremendous. So everything that you do, everything that you invest your time in, everything that you invest money in, let it be out of love. The first thing should never be financial reward. The first thing should not be reward at all. The first thing is you are doing this task, you are doing this project, you're doing this job because you love it. The rest of it is just icing on the cake. Do the things that you love and everything else will fall into place. Trust me. Alright? Okay. That's it from me. And as always, dare to be great. See what happens. Peace.